I'd like to call the Dublin City Council meeting to order. If you would, let's please stand. Councilman Chris Smith. I'm sorry, Chris Smith is going to give us an application, and then we'll say the pledge to the flag.
Everybody here, please. Lord, thank you for allowing us to come together once again. Lord, as we sit on council, Lord, let us make the best decisions for the city. And Lord, we also like to feel thank you for this time to serve. Let's send them out right and enjoy this retirement. So in Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, if y'all will cooperate, we can get this party after this we'll get this done and get party. Okay, first item out of the box is special presentation, real special presentation. Is, and I guess who will do that, Lance?
Mr. Matt Hatch.
Okay.
Well, hello.
Hello.
This doesn't feel like an auspicious occasion. It feels like a reunion. Glad to see everybody. No, didn't know I was going to be first up, so I'll try to make it quick and not cry. Because I know you cried this morning when you saw that video that your daughter-in-law put together for you. So,
I did on the third time.
Back in 1995, my mother said to me, "Matt, have you met Phil Best?" I said, "No, Mom, I haven't met him." She said, "I think you're going to like him." And all I'm going to say right now is that Mom knows best. And she knew Phil best. She liked you, she loved you, and I can say that I grew to love you too. I have as a resolution from the House of Representatives honoring you and recognizing all the things you've done for the last 22 years as mayor and 28 serving this city. I had the privilege and pleasure to serve under two mayors. I served under one for about a month right there, filling your spot on city council. And I tried to follow in your footsteps. I don't know if I did or not, but I tried to keep up with you. So we've had a great relationship. I'm going to miss you, working with you at the state level and working down at the city level. But it's been a pleasure. I'm not going to read it. I'll let you read it, but you can frame it if you want, or you can have it. You just have fun with it tonight. So thank you for everything you've done for the city. And we look forward to working with you in the next chapter, and I'm sure there's going to be one. And tonight, I'm sure you're going to have your flip-flops and your shorts and t-shirt on.
I do appreciate that, Matt. Thank you very much. Good to have you here tonight. All right, is there another special presentation?
Castle.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. It is a privilege to stand before you today and present our very first Dr. Anthony Geroy Exemplary Student Scholarship to two deserving young leaders. This ideal is presented by our 2020-2021 City of Dublin Youth Council class. And with the assistance of the community, they were able to raise funds to achieve their goal. We are thankful to everyone who contributed to this great cause. Today, we have the parents of Dr. Geroy Stuckey with us, and they will assist in the awards presentation.
Good afternoon, and before we begin, it's my pleasure to be the family liaison for the media, for the Ellington Foreman family, and the liaison for this scholarship. And it's been a pleasure working with Ms. Holder. She's the utmost professional. Thank you very much, and I present to you Ms. Anita Ellington Foreman.
Good afternoon. First, I would like to say good afternoon, Mayor Bill Bess, and to the city of Dublin. I would like to say thank you all for honoring my son, Dr. Anthony George Stuckey. And I would also like to say thank you to the city of Dublin Youth Council and Dublin Lawrence County Teen Court and Ms. Holder for honoring my son by creating the Dr. Anthony George Stuckey Exemplary Student Scholarships for young students graduating from Dublin High School. My son truly believed in helping students achieve greatness through education and personal attention to each one of his students throughout his educational career. Congratulations to the students as well as the parents that kept you focused to also reach your goals. I just want to say thank you very much. And I also want to say that Dr. Anthony George Stuckey was a product of Dublin High School. So I just want to say, once again, thank you, City of Dublin and Mayor Bill Bess.
Our first recipient is Ms. Kayla Vickers. Ms. Vickers graduated in the top 10 of her senior class. She is attending Bruton Parker College in the fall and has received a soccer scholarship due to her outstanding skills on the field. She is majoring in criminal justice with a minor in psychology. Her future goal is to attend law school and become a powerful prosecuting attorney. Of his senior class. He is attending Georgia Tech in Atlanta, Georgia, and leaves next week to begin his 5-week summer program of chemistry, physics, calculus, and computer science courses. Quincy's major is industrial engineering, and his goal is to become an operations research analyst. Scholarship to assist in their collegiate careers.
Right.
Again, we thank local businesses and citizens for helping our City of Dublin Youth Council support their fellow peers. Thank you so much to the mayor and to the City of Dublin for allowing us to do this.
Thank you. I can't think of a better way to honor Dr. Stuckey's legacy, and we appreciate the family so much for continuing supporting education. Thank y'all very much.
At Dexter Meat Company, we provide high quality, custom cut, certified Angus beef, and it's cut fresh every day. At Dexter Meat, we're known for our classic favorites, including barbecue meals, whole hogs, chicken, ribs, and get this, everyone's favorite, pimento cheese by the pound, baked potato salad, buttermilk biscuits, peach, blueberry, apple, and blackberry cobbler, cakes, honey, mac and cheese, green bean casserole, and more. Are you hungry yet? Too busy to cook this week? Then call 875-1234 and let Dexter Meat feed your family of 4 or 400. Dexter Meat, closed on Monday and open 10 till 6 Tuesday through Saturday. Check us out on Facebook or online at DexterMeatCompany.com. Dexter Meat, winners of the Georgia Barbecue Association Team of the Year. We are Dexter Meat Company in downtown Dexter.
At City of Hope Heart and Vascular Center, we do your heart right. Count on Dr. Collins A. Courtang, MD, FACC, FSCAI, and his competent staff to treat you with specialties in internal medicine, echocardiology, nuclear cardiology, general adult cardiology, and interventional cardiology. Other areas of expertise that Dr. K and his complete staff can help you with are acute and chronic heart attack management, peripheral interventions to save legs, heart rhythm abnormalities. So count on the professional and knowledgeable staff at Dr. Courtang's City of Hope today. Call 478-353-1970, City of Hope Heart and Vascular Center. See us today at 207A Fairview Park Drive in Dublin. If you've never had a cardiologist or if you need a second opinion, come see City of Hope Heart and Vascular Center today.
Okay, next item on the agenda, the first item on the agenda is approval of the minutes from the June 3rd meeting.
So move. Second.
We have a motion and a second, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Item number 2 is approval of bills over $3,000.
Make a motion to pay bills, Mayor.
Second.
Got a motion and a second, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Item number 3 is approval of purchases over $3,000. Mr. Jones.
Got one purchase, and it is for demolition services and tearing down the old school at Stubbs Park. We received 3 bids. The high bid was $547,800. The low bid was $391,000 from Complete Demolition of Carrollton, Georgia, and this includes the asbestos abatement. Staff recommendation is to award to the low bidder.
You've heard staff's recommendation, council, what's your pleasure?
Move for approval.
Second.
You got a motion and a second, any discussion?
I got a question. They bonded for the
Oh, yes, sir.
hazardous stuff.
And Lance, when do you think they'll mobilize once the contract's awarded?
The anticipated start date is July the 12th, so as soon as we can have a meeting with them after this meeting, we'll get that finalized.
And time frame for completion is?
About 4 months.
Thank you.
Any other questions, discussion? Not all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Item number 4 is discussion and/or action on resolution number 21-20 to approve and accept an agreement for engineering services with Carter and Sloop for the industrial sewer project.
This is resolution number 21-20, a resolution by the mayor and council of the city of Dublin, Georgia, to accept and approve the terms of an agreement with Carter and Sloop Inc. Engineering services regarding the sewer system improvements for the Dublin-Lawrence County Industrial Park sewer line, provide for an effective date and for other lawful purposes.
Okay. You've heard staff's recommendation. Did I hear a motion to approve the resolution?
Move for approval, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. No objections from you, Doyle? Okay, item number 5 is the first reading of an ordinance to amend sections 24-38, 24-39, and 24-72 of chapter 24 entitled Utilities of the Code of Ordinance.
It's ordinance number 21-10, amended rates effective 7/10/2021, an ordinance amending section 24-38, 24-39, and 24-72 of chapter 24 entitled Utilities, Code of Ordinance in the city of Dublin, Georgia.
Our second reading and public hearing on this proposed ordinance will be at our July 15th meeting next month. Okay.
July 1st, is it?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, we don't need the what now? Are y'all gonna have the meeting on that?
Yeah, July
Okay,
1st.
I'm sorry. Okay, that's why I should have attended the meeting. Our second reading and public hearing will be on July 1st, that Thursday night. Okay, that brings us to my comments for tonight, and I'm going to follow the rules of my brother from another mother and good friend, Dr. Fred Williams. And
that clock right there, Mayor.
yeah, I get to set the clock on me too. He says adhere to the 5 B's when you're public speaking, and that's be brief, brother, be brief. So I'm gonna do that tonight. But first, I'd like to introduce you to our present council and our past council members that are in attendance here. And I'll start on this end, Mr. Jerry Davis. Next to him is Mr. Chris Smith, and he's our rookie on the team. Mr. Paul Griggs, Mr. Curtis Edwards, Mr. Gerald Smith, Mr. Benny Jones, and Mr. Bill Brown. And tonight in the audience, we have Ms. Julie Drigger, Mr. Junior Scarborough, J.W. Scarborough Jr., which we use a lot of his sayings still this day. Mr. Bob Walker and his wife, Jackie. Bob was a councilman in the 60s, 70s, and then mayor in the 80s. And then Mr. Matt Hatchett behind him there. And not with us tonight, of course, is Miss Carolyn Watson, who is deceased. Louise Shackelford, who is actually in a nursing home in Dublin here. Gary Johnson, Wiley Stuckey, Laura Irwin, Matt Hatchett, I've already announced to you, Ed Touchberry, Phil Thacker. So the years I've been mayor, I've served with 18 different councils, I guess you would say. But I'll go ahead and tell y'all that a lot of the things that we enjoy today, from downtown to utility projects that aren't pretty, that have to be done, to the industry base that we've got, if it hadn't been for these people, none of that would have happened. So I think we need to give them all a good hand. Next, I'd like to thank our city manager, Lance Jones, and his staff, and I don't want to start naming them. There's too many to name that are just remarkable employees and love this city. Also, George Russell, our past city manager, who, by the way, is with his mom and daddy in New Orleans, and they're both, he's comforting them in both of their last days here on earth. And I'll tell you, without these folks that I just mentioned and their efforts, the visions of our city council and myself would have never happened. They had to implement them and make sure they happen. So I think we need to give them a big hand too. As for my work family, I think they're not here. They'll be at the reception later tonight. But I think the main thing y'all probably need to do is give them a lot of prayer, because I'll have an extra 25 to 30 hours a week I can go to work. So George and Kristen are really excited about it. Next, I'd like to recognize the most important people in my life. That's my family. Especially one. My wife, Sleep. Sorry. She is the glue that holds us together. And I've got my sister Jackie and my brother-in-law Benny, and then my son George, his wife Kristen, my son Phil, his wife Daphne, Bo, who by the way is Phil the third, Nora Jane, and Mary Lane. And Mary Lane, no telling what she might do while we're here. She might jump up here in front and start anything. Then we've got on the back row all my outlaws. Anita Hester, who is the reason we're here today, Minton Hester, Frank Green, and Laura Green. Thank y'all for coming. I love every one of you. There are so many people that have been truly a blessing in my life that I can't begin to thank enough. But there are three people that you can either give credit or blame for my running the very first time. And that supported me throughout the whole time. And that's the real Jeff Davis, who's not the imitation one, that's the county commissioner. The real Carl Bedingfield, Dr. Carl Bedingfield and Mike Cawley. They were the ones that encouraged me to run the first time, and I appreciate their support and encouragement throughout the years. I also want to thank the citizens of Dublin for allowing me to serve as your council member and then your mayor. I'm a blessed man, and Dublin has given much more to me than I've given it. It truly has been a godsend to my family and me. Now I'd like to say I'm not going to run for elected office again. Only problem with that is the last time I said I would never run for elected office again when we moved to Dublin, I told my wife that. So let's just say it's not in my plans. How about that? What is in my plans though is to be working with my friend and our police chief, Tim Chapman. We have formed a 501(c) named Transform Dublin. Our core values state our mission, but in simple terms, we will be working on workforce development in our community by reaching those that may not have or had the same opportunities that many of us have. Stay tuned for more on this, and we do need your prayers and support. And he did name me vice president, and I've always wanted to be a vice, so that's good. Also on the private side, I will continue working with my sons at Premier Properties and Premier Construction of Dublin, and I'll continue to support the business development leg of that business. I'll now close my comments and continue with our agenda items at hand. But before I do, in the words of my good friend, Mayor Vince Williams from Union City, I love y'all and ain't nothing you can do about it. Thank y'all very much.
Hi, I'm Don Carswell here at Dublin Chevy Nissan. We don't want to get back to normal, we want to get better than normal. Our people are working harder than ever to earn your business, whether it's in sales or service. We have plenty of Nissans to choose from, and we'll offer you a great buying experience. And folks, there's never been a better time to get more money for your trade. And remember, Don sells cars well, only at Dublin Chevy Nissan.
Conservative treatment options are typically where we start with both knee and hip arthritis. So if you come in to see us and your hip is beginning to be arthritic or your knee's beginning to be arthritic, there's sort of a stepwise approach that we take. Anti-inflammatories, which are medicines like Motrin, Advil, Aleve, are usually sort of first line. We have prescription forms of those medications that we can use. In our elderly population, that becomes a little more difficult because they have comorbidities, things like diabetes or stomach ulcers or disease, that they can't take those medications, even hypertension. So we'll try to treat them with medications if it's appropriate. When it's not, then we go on to things like injections. So cortisone injections, or there's these things called visco injections or visco supplements, which are lubricating type injections that we can use to treat knee arthritis as well as hip arthritis to try to control people's pain. And a lot of times we do that for years for people before they get to the point where those are no longer working and we're ready to talk about knee or hip replacement.
Okay. That brings us to citizens' comments. Are there any citizens that would like to address council tonight? If not, we'll go to council comments, and Chris Smith will begin with you.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming. Also, thank Matt for the presentation. Also, thank Kayla for outstanding presentation on study things on that. And it's been an honor to serve, and I just wish you the best.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, Chris. Mr. Griggs.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I want to thank everybody for coming. Thank everybody for their special presentations. I think they're all a great thing. We need more of those kind of things. They never fall short. Bill, I want to thank you for what you've done. I'm not sure I want to thank you for some of the things you told me, but no, true. But I wish you the best, and we'll definitely stand up.
Mr. Edwards?
Thank everyone for coming. Matt, it's good to see you. Appreciate you coming and giving the special presentation. It's always a good meeting when we have young people getting scholarships. Just work very hard in life, and you know the thing is young people nowadays have so much on their plate, so much pressure, just trying to do everything they can, and then keep a high GPA like that. It's amazing. You know, it's a lot of work that young people put into it, and not everyone does it nowadays. And it's great to be able to honor and recognize folks who do make that effort. Appreciate it, and I know they all can be successful in life. Many great years ahead of y'all there. I'd like to thank everyone for coming, of course. I'd like to thank the police department for coming, doing security, and thank all the employees of the city of Dublin, day in and day out. They keep this great city running. Can't thank them enough. And that's pretty much all I got.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Smith?
Boy, it's a tough night right here. But we're gonna miss you, Mr. Mayor. I want to thank everybody for coming. Matt, thank you for coming and serving so well here, and then also in Atlanta and bringing good news to us almost all the time. So thank you. Kessler, great job. And what a wonderful way to honor Dr. Stuckey. And I think that's really special too. Phil, wish you the best.
Sure.
Love you, brother.
Love you too. Mr. Jones?
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out and for our presentation, Mr. Hatchett, and congratulations to the students that received the scholarship, well deserved, and honor Dr. Stuckey. And Mr. Mayor, I'm gonna really miss you. You know, when I first got on council, I never thought that we'd be able to work together the way that we have and get some projects did and get things did, but I was able to come learn the system, and you and Gary Johnson taught me a whole lot on how to do it, so thank you for all you do. But not to take away from the thunder, I also want to remind everyone we have a Juneteenth celebration this coming Saturday, starting at 11 o'clock with the parade out at Southern Pines. Come on out, be part of that celebration. But also not to take away from the mayor's thunder, but we're also going to miss Miss Kessler Holder, who's leaving. I mean, our teen court youth council, when we created youth council, she's taking it to another level and shot it on steroids and got us nationally recognized. And I want to let you know from up here, you're going to be surely missed. You broke my heart that day when you called. But thank you for all that you done. Thank you, Mayor.
Mr. Brown?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Too, would like to thank everybody for being here. Thank you for the comments, Matt, and also Kessler. As Mr. Edwards said, the accolades that have been bestowed upon these young people are well deserved, and your life's right in front of you. Go seize it. Congratulations, and I look forward to good things from both of you. Mr. Mayor, probably about 15 or so years ago, I believe you and Matt kind of approached me about getting involved with the city of Dublin, and I want to thank both of you for encouraging me to do that. 15 years seems like a long time, but it pales in comparison to your service. So I consider you my friend and always will, and it's been a good ride. Look forward to staying in touch with you. Thank you.
Mr. Davis?
I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to thank Matt Hatchett and Kessler Holder for the presentations that were made. I want to thank the scholarship recipients, and I wish you all the very best. I know you all will do well, and don't ever doubt that you can't do anything. Just stay focused, and you will get there. I know you all will succeed. I want to thank all of the previous council members that showed up today to honor our retiring mayor, Phil Best, And I want to thank the family of Mayor Best for sharing him with us. And I was on the council, served with him for 12 years. I enjoyed all of those 12 years. I learned a lot serving on the council. And I truly wish him and his family the best in his retirement years. I just want to stand up and give you a standing ovation for him.
Blake Daniel. What did Gary Johnson used to call you? Let's have.
Hey, you know I'm a crybaby, so
I can't say anything about that.
but I'll just have to write you something.
Mr. Jones.
Wanted to congratulate and recognize Ms. Kessler Holden again. She's going on truly bigger things. I'm not gonna say better, because man, what she's done here has been fantastic, and the effect she's had. But, I think you're gonna hear a lot from her. She's moving up right close to Washington, D.C. So I don't think she's gone from our awareness. I think she's gonna be around. I don't know what to say to Phil, but I'd like to do something kind of private, but that's another good one. We've done that after, I think you've done it for however many years you've been mayor. So, yeah, but thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay, only comment I have is Kessler, we love you, we're gonna miss you, and you've set a legacy here that will be hard to follow. We've gone from no programs to 2 outstanding programs that are known nationally, and you can observe the things, all the things that we want to happen happening in those 2 programs. Kids gaining confidence, kids learning about diversity and becoming friends, and we just applaud what you do. We love you and wish you the very best of luck. And if there's no further business, we stand adjourned.
Hit it harder,